Well, let's get started. In Ayodhya, hectic preparations underway for the grand event on the 22nd of January. Today, the first glimpse of the Ram Lalla idol was shared. The photos from the sculptor's workshop showed the 5-year-old Ram carved out of black stone, standing with a golden bow and arrow in his hand. Now, this, as we said, preparations are underway. Just 3 days to go for that grand ceremony. Let's go across to Tanish, who's been in Ayodhya over the last couple of days. Tanish, tell us more about the kind of preparations underway. We can see that light show behind you, and also today the picture of the Ram Lalla was finally revealed.
Yes, I am right now at Ramki Pedi Gargi, and this everyday light and sound show is held here every day for almost 2 hours. Ramki Pedi is on the banks of the Saryu River. Now, if I talk about the preparations, of course, grand preparations, mega preparations have been going on. Talking about the local administration, thousands of cleaners have been deployed who are cleaning the city throughout the day. But if I talk about the people are really ecstatic about the 22nd January's Pran Pratishtha event. So today the fire ceremony was held. Now a lot of ceremonies will be going on up till 22nd of January, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be coming here and doing the Pran Pratishtha. He is, of course, the main yajman or the main host of the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. If I talk about how the economic impact of the city right now is that a lot of tourist influx is there. Guest homes, residents, people have turned their houses into guest houses. So of course a lot of tourist influx, and the prices are as high as 25,000 to 50,000 per night. Today we saw the first look of Lord Ram's idol. The height of the Lord Ram is 51 inches. So the eyes of the Lord Ram will be closed up till the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. The idol will be blindfolded. But on Pran Pratishtha, the blindfolds will come off. The height of the idol is around 51 inches. The reason being that on the day of Ram Navami, sunlight will fall directly on the forehead of the idol. So this is how it has been. This is how it has been made by the famous sculptor Arun Yogiraj. Today, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath also visited and took stock of the situation, took stock of the preparedness, how the city is preparing. He, of course, did his routine darshan to Hanuman Gadi and also to the Ram Janam Bhoomi as well. Yes, of course, lot of preparations going on. The city is very ecstatic. There are people coming from all parts of India. You know, a lot of people are sending gifting items like itr, like bangles for the Ram Temple. People coming from all parts of India. Down south, up north, from all the parts of India to visit the Ram Mandir, and of course the redeveloped Ayodhya city. Yes.
All right, thanks so much, Tanish, for joining us with a sense of, what it's like there in Ayodhya just now. So just 3 days to go for the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. Let's take a look now at how the local administration of Ayodhya has been working and preparing, from graffiti and murals that are being painted across roads, walls of flyovers, to the installation and maintenance of 500 prefabricated toilets. Tanish reports.
स्वाभाविक रूप से संपूर्ण अयोध्या धाम और पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश और देश में उत्साह का माहौल है। स्थानीय स्तर पर प्रशासन ने और प्रदेश सरकार के मंत्रियों ने पहले से ही यहां पर सारी व्यवस्थाओं को 22 जनवरी के इस ऐतिहासिक पल के कार्यक्रम को पूरी भव्यता के साथ, पूरी दिव्यता के साथ संपन्न करने के लिए अपनी तैयारियां लगभग पूरी कर ली हैं। सीताराम जी की प्यारी राजधानी लागे।
Cleaning, painting, last minute sprucing up of Ayodhya as it prepares for the big day on Monday. Almost 3,000 to 5,000 employees are working to ensure that the city looks its best for the grand ceremony. Considering the low temperatures, the municipal corporation has installed 300 heaters around the city for people to beat the cold wave.
अभी हमारे पास 3000 कर्मचारी हैं, लेकिन ये 5000 हो जाएंगे। कर्मचारी प्लस जन सहभागिता, जन सहयोग भी बहुत मिल रहा है। लोग अब आगे बढ़कर खुद ही सफाई कर रहे हैं। एक हमारी टेंट 2-3 जगह हमारी टेंट सिटी बनी हुई है, जिसमें करीब 5000 लोगों के रुकने की व्यवस्था है।
Graffiti and murals are being painted across roads, walls of flyovers and signboards are being reconstructed. 5 multi-level parking lots are operational and should prevent parking issues in the city on the 22nd of January.
कियोस्क हम लोग 20 के आसपास लगाएंगे रामपाल पे, और ज़्यादा भी है।
The process of installation and maintenance of 500 prefab toilets has already started at all major ghats along the Saryu River.
Lakhs of people are coming, but the Pran Pratishtha event could be one of the biggest event in the history. The management, of course, will be a big test for the local administration. With camera person Virendra Saini and Vineet Kumar, Tanish Punjabi for NDTV.
Now, the Prime Minister is on a whirlwind 3-state tour ahead of the Ayodhya ceremony, from launching multiple projects in Maharashtra to inaugurating the Boeing Tech Center in Bengaluru. Then in the evening, a roadshow in Chennai, and he was also the chief guest at the first Khelo India event in South India.
ये चीजें देखता हूं, मन को इतना संतोष होता है।
An emotional Prime Minister on the stage at Sholapur in Maharashtra as he showcased the delivery of houses for unorganized laborers.
मैं जाकर के देख के आया, मुझे भी लगा कि काश मुझे भी बचपन में ऐसे घर में रहने का मौका मिला। और जब मैं इस प्रोजेक्ट का शिलान्यास करने आया था, तब मैंने आपको गारंटी दी थी कि आपके घरों की चाबी देने भी मैं खुद आऊंगा।
Aimed at securing the lives of laborers, 15,000 houses were made ready in the first phase of the housing society, which will eventually be home to 30,000 families.
जब मेरी एंगेजमेंट हुई थी, तो जब भी हमारे घर वाले ने मेरे नाम से ये योजना लिए थे, आज पूरी गारंटी।
आज वो कहकर भी गए वो कि मोदी की गारंटी ही असली गारंटी है, सबसे बड़ी गारंटी।
जी, जो कहा था वो करके दिखाया।
From the emphasis on the unorganized sector in Sholapur, the Prime Minister flew to Bengaluru. With development being one of the key focus areas, PM Modi embarked on a 3-state tour to next land in Bengaluru to inaugurate the 43-acre campus of Boeing India Engineering and Technology Center and Boeing Sukanya program. With a funding of 1,600 crore rupees, this is Boeing's largest investment outside the US. Boeing's new campus in India promises next-generation products and services for the global aerospace and defense industry.
ये मेक इन इंडिया, मेक फॉर द वर्ल्ड, इस संकल्प को सशक्त करता है। आज का ये दिन इस बात को भी सेलिब्रेट करता है कि एक दिन भारत इस फैसिलिटी में एयरक्राफ्ट ऑफ द फ्यूचर को भी डिजाइन करेगा। मैं बोइंग की पूरी मैनेजमेंट को, सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स को बहुत-बहुत बधाई देता हूं, बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
From Karnataka, PM's next destination, Dravidian heartland, Tamil Nadu. Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the 6th edition of Khelo India Youth Games, a first for South India, to nurture grassroots sporting talent, and launched 250 crore rupees worth projects to strengthen broadcasting, including the renamed DD Tamil channel.
Your energy and enthusiasm is taking our country to new heights in the world of sports. I extend my best wishes to all the athletes.
Behind the Khelo India Games bonhomie, there is also competitive politics ahead of polls. Well, the BJP is using this as nurturing Tamil Nadu. The ruling DMK is using this to promote and elevate Sports Minister Udayanidhi Stalin as number 2. He'd also be holding a mega showdown in Salem on Sunday, taking on the BJP on what they call killing federalism. With Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru, in Chennai, with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find TV.
And Union Home Minister Amit Shah is on a 3-day visit to Assam and Meghalaya. That visit began yesterday. The Home Minister attended the plenary session of the Northeastern Council in Shillong. He inaugurated a cyber security operational centre. He also participated in a cleanliness drive in the Ayodhya Temple and attended a program at the Tezpur University. Well, news now from Bengal and on the seat-sharing talks. Now, according to sources, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has asked district leaders to be prepared to field candidates in all 3 seats in Murshidabad district. Both Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee were present at this meeting, and the party's top leadership has been holding talks with district leaders on strategy and candidates for the Lok Sabha elections. Now, Trinamool Congress and Congress seat-sharing talks have not made any progress. Well, let's go across to Saurabh now for more. And so, Saurabh, the Trinamool Congress possibly putting up candidates in all the seats?
And that's right. You know, Mamata Banerjee has hinted in the past that in Bengal, it will be the Trinamool Congress that will be taking on the BJP. And that seems to be the mood and tenor of that meeting that took place at her residence in Kalighat this afternoon, where she met with leaders from the Murshidabad district. Now, she's been meeting leaders of different districts to plan, strategize for the Lok Sabha elections. And remember, in Bengal, the Congress really hasn't responded to the TMC's deadline to finalize and close a seat-sharing deal. In that context, many also see this as positioning by the Trinamool to push the Congress into some sort of activity to, finalize what seats they want and what the Trinamool is willing to give and come at a seat-sharing arrangement. But the mood in the Trinamool Congress seems to be that we must be prepared to fight on our own against the BJP, given that Congress, and especially Congress State Chief Adit Chaudhary, seems to be adamantly opposed to an alliance.
All right, so more challenges for those seat-sharing talks for the Congress and Trinamool Congress, both members of the India Opposition Alliance. Thanks so much, Saurabh, for joining us with those details. Now, a horrific case of torture which has emerged from an orphanage in Indore following a surprise inspection there. 21 children were subjected to inhuman treatment like being hung upside down, branded with a hot iron, and children as young as 4 being locked up without food for days. 5 people who ran the orphanage have been booked and the matter is now being investigated.
Stories of torture and abuse emerging from this corridor of horror, no place of refuge. 21 children suffered the worst at this orphanage in Indore, allegedly at the hands of the staff. 21 children were branded with hot metal tongs, forced to inhale smoke from burning chilies, hung upside from a railing. Most kids are from Maharashtra, Gujarat, Odisha and MP. The horror unraveled after the team of the Child Welfare Committee carried out a surprise inspection at the orphanage last week.
एक सूचना के आधार पर प्रशासन के द्वारा एक कार्रवाई की गई थी, जिसमें एक रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन करके और उनको चाइल्ड वेलफेयर कमेटी जो इंदौर है उनको सौंपा गया था.
Police say the orphanage run by the Vatsalyapuram Jain Trust had not been registered in the Juvenile Justice Act. The trust also has orphanages in Bengaluru, Surat, Jodhpur and Kolkata.
यह जो स्टेटमेंट है यह किसी इंडिविजुअल बालिका के नहीं है. यह सामूहिक रूप से स्टेटमेंट रिकॉर्ड किए गए और नीचे सारी बालिकाओं के साइन करवाए गए.
The police have filed an FIR against 5 employees of the orphanage. The FIR even mentions that a 4-year-old was locked in the bathroom and starved for 3 days after he soiled his pants. The orphanage was not being registered under the Juvenile Justice Act. It has now been sealed and the children moved to government facilities. There are no arrests yet and the complainant seeks charges under POCSO as well as Human Trafficking Act. With Sameer Khan in Indore, Anurag Dwari for NDTV.
Trinamool Congress leader Mahua Moitra, who was expelled from the Lok Sabha last month, vacated her government bungalow today. The Bengal earlier MP, had received an eviction notice earlier the week ordering her to vacate the bungalow immediately. And on Thursday, Ms. Moitra failed to get any relief from the Delhi High Court.
The last of former TMC MP Mahua Moitra's belongings carted out from her government-allotted bungalow in Delhi. After the Delhi High Court refused to stay Moitra's eviction order issued by the Directorate of Estates on Thursday, the TMC leader, who was expelled from the Lok Sabha, voluntarily vacated her bungalow. Moitra was not present herself, but got her aides to remove all her items.
After the Delhi High Court's judgment, Mahua Moitra's lawyer came to her 9B Telegraph Lane bungalow and then on Friday morning handed over the keys of the bungalow to the Directorate of Estates.
Anticipating resistance, estate officers from the Directorate of Estates and the Delhi police were posted outside the house. However, the process of transfer was smooth. Remember, Mahua Moitra was expelled from the Lok Sabha in the winter session of Parliament on the recommendation of a Parliamentary Ethics Committee probing the cash for query allegations against her. Moitra is facing charges of posting questions on the Parliament website on behalf of industrialist Darshan Hiranandani in exchange for gifts and favours. In its order, the Delhi High Court had said that Moitra's eviction was inextricably linked to her expulsion from Parliament. It also said that Moitra doesn't have any right over the house as she got it because she was an MP. With Sushil Rathi in New Delhi, Ishadrita Lahiri for NDTV.
The Supreme Court today dismissed petitions by the 11 Bilkis Bano case convicts seeking more time before they surrender to authorities and are sent back to jail. A bench led by Justice Nagaratna said the petitions, which cited reasons from attending family weddings and dependent parents, lacked merit and told the men to report to prison officials by Sunday. The 11 who raped Bilkis Bano and slaughtered members of her family during the Godhra riots were released by the Gujarat government on Independence Day in 2022.